Welcome back to Some Offense Intended. I'm Jeremy Robinson,
And I'm Mike Mick.
and this is the second time we recorded like 20 seconds. Didn't miss almost anything, but Riverside's doing weird, stupid stuff that I'm pretty sure it's live recording to YouTube and Facebook, but it doesn't show that it is.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I don't understand.
It doesn't normally give that option, so that's confusing.
Yeah. Well, I only have one note.
I only have two.
Jesus. I've been working on the trucks again, and I put the 550 back together because I replaced a couple seals again on the high pressure oil rail and put it back together, and now it doesn't even start, and you can actually hear the pressure drop. Like after you finish trying to crank it,
yeah.
Walk around in the engine bay and you can hear the shh from how big the leak is. So I get to hunt that down tomorrow.
Fun.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fun.
Hopefully it goes well. I believe you can do it.
I just want to take like a 20-hour nap.
I know the feeling.
Like, I don't even feel super tired. I just feel annoyed and frustrated and want to take a nap to get rid of that.
See, I haven't felt good all day. I left to go to the store and do some things, and then got something to eat and was exhausted the whole time. Then when I got home, I laid down. I was, boom, out. Then I woke up at one point. I thought I should probably look at my phone. I did, and there wasn't a message yet. But a few minutes later, you sent a message about what time you wanted to record today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out of it, just exhausted. Like the drive, I was tired. And I shouldn't have been tired like that. And I shouldn't feel like I do right now. I don't feel great right now.
I think it's allergies and shit too. It's been super windy and it's like the weird part of spring.
Yeah.
Everybody's cutting their grass. I cut the front yard yesterday. Sunday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It could be that. I know allergies make people super fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
I just had to go wash my eyes out because they started to itch.
I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what it was like to not have allergies.
It's nice.
Because I've always had allergies.
Like a couple years ago is when it first started, like heavy for me.
Yeah, I've had it my whole life.
I used to not to. I don't know. So should we tell them now what we talked about last week or surprise them with it? Like,
we can surprise them with it in a couple of weeks.
All right. So the only note that I have is there was a guy, I think it was in Canada, in Saskatoon, who got a $580 ticket for opening the McDonald's app in the drive-thru.
What?
Yeah, there was a cop behind him.
Oh,
and as soon as, yeah. So he opened the app to show him to scan to get whatever fucking free food or whatever deal that they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
Normal interaction.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, I have my account. I want to use my points. I want to get points, whatever. It's like shit you do everywhere. And this stupid, the piece of shit cop behind him, seen him on his phone, turned his lights on, gave him a ticket for using his phone while he's driving.
That's ridiculous.
So he's fighting it, which, like, yeah, you're in a drive-through. Like, a stoplight, I can see, like, that doesn't count because it can turn green at any time and you're not paying attention and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A drive-through, like, maybe you don't.
Well, especially if they're at the window.
Yeah. Like, maybe you don't have your wallet and you have to pay with Apple Pay.
Yeah.
That's
common.
You can't do that because you're using your phone.
They have that as an option for payment, you know, for a reason.
That's a weird issue to have.
That is, yeah.
$580.
I hope he fights it and wins.
For a fucking, probably a $40 McDonald's meal, because that shit's expensive now.
I saw a thing where a guy was, I think it was in Florida, where he was walking along and he was smoking a cigarette and he threw a cigarette butt on the ground. And an officer stopped him and gave him a ticket for littering and gave him a sizable fine.
I mean, that's kind of always been a.
Oh yeah, but I mean, of course, this guy was upset. Now he carries a little pocket ashtray that he can put it in there and squish it and put it back in his breast pocket. That's how I'm talking about it.
I've never understood. So you're smoking a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
If you flick the cherry off, the rest of it's just the fucking cotton filter.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw it
in a garbage can.
In a garbage can.
Yeah.
Or if there's no trash can around, you just tuck that like in the pack.
Mm-hmm. But he just had the little pouch like ashtray. You can put it in there and then it goes out.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I think so too. But somebody out there made it and sold it to him. More power to the person who got somebody to buy that.
So I pulled it up to see like if he was at the window. The guy said,
even if he wasn't at the window.
Yeah, he wasn't. Per the outlet, he had hoped to use his points to score a free meal. He said, I'm barely even moving. I pull up my app and look at the rearview mirror, and there's a motorcycle cop behind me. The 18-year-old told the station that he hadn't been worried when he opened the app, saying he needed it to get a free meal he had earned through reward points. I just go like this and show him I'm on my McDonald's app loading up the code to get a free meal. I didn't think he was going to let me go because I'm trying to get a free meal, but no, it turns out to be a very expensive lunch.
Yeah, very expensive. I guess that's not free anymore.
He told the outlet that the situation was a catch-22. He said staff at the location typically ask to see the app so the rewards can be redeemed. I was kind of shocked, to be honest. I've never had that before. I open up my app every time I go to the drive-thru, and I've never had that issue.
I've opened my app in the drive-thru before, too, allegedly. But it wasn't in Canada.
Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Saskatoon have disputed his version of events. Of course they did. It says RCMP can confirm that on May 13th, the individual was observed driving a vehicle while on a public roadway while using a cell phone. A combined traffic services officer initiated a traffic stop with the individual. He then pulled into the McDonald's parking lot where the traffic violation was issued.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's what happened. Because that's always a possibility.
I feel for the individual that was charged here. If he was literally in the drive-thru area, not on a public roadway, blah, 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 blah. Huh. The court date's slated for July 31st. Yeah, that's a
different thing entirely.
Yeah. If he was pulled over, that's kind of smart. Because, like, if they don't have video footage or anything of it, the cop will be like, yeah, he was in the parking lot of McDonald's when I gave him the ticket. And the judge would be like, oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly. Yeah, it could be a smart thing.
If that's the reason why. But I don't know. That's a really specific story to give to bullshit cops.
I was in a drive-thru and that would be bullshit to be pulled over in a drive-thru.
Yeah.
See, at that point, I'd think that the cop was just in a hurry to get his food and he was mad that you got ahead of him.
Very possible.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
He's like, I only have this long for lunch break. Why'd you get ahead of me? I'm giving you a ticket.
If that happens, I'm definitely like, how's your day going with whoever's doing the drive-thru order? How's your day? Like, what's going on back there? Are you low on any supplies? Like, you stocked up good on burgers or chicken or like just waste like 10 minutes?
Yeah. How you doing on ketchup?
Yeah. Can
you get me one of the ketchup packs? I want to see what the ingredients are. I want to make sure it's the right kind of ketchup for me. Yeah.
Can you clean the ice cream machine and then make me one?
Could you check?
I'll wait in line.
Could you check your root beer and make sure that there's no caffeine in it? Because if it's Barg's root beer, they have caffeine. So I need to make sure there's no caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually had somebody do that. I was waiting tables and somebody asked me to go check. And I went back and checked the Barg's root beer and it had caffeine. Yeah. Because I'm used to root beer not having caffeine.
Yeah, most of it doesn't.
Yeah, but Barg's does.
Barg's is one of the least good ones.
Well,
definitely lesser down there on the scale.
I never hear anybody, yeah, let's go get some Barg's root beer. That's just never a thing. But of course, I do hear people say Dr. Pepper.
That's not a root beer, Mike.
I know, but I'm saying it's a soda that people will say by name.
Let's go get a Dr. Pepper root beer.
People will say it by name. And by the way, at some point they will have a root beer. They've already got a cream soda. It's coming.
I might try it if they do, because cream sodas are just trash.
I tried the cream soda.
I've never understood cream soda as a thing. It's so weird.
I used to
It's
drink
like carbonated milk.
I used to drink Sioux City sarsaparilla. Sioux City cream soda when I still lived in Nebraska. But it's more like somebody meant to hit root beer and they accidentally hit cream soda. So the ticket would come up, I'd already have it open sitting there. Yeah. And you can't unopen it. So I would drink the Sioux City cream soda.
I mean, it doesn't sound horrible, but it's still, I don't understand.
Yeah, some people don't like it. And I mean, it's not for everybody. I mean, just like I mentioned, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is for me.
No.
There's some people who are wrong who might not like it. But it's okay. You can be wrong. It's fine. So I did, speaking of person, I did see that there's a person in this country who calls himself president who had a speech in, I think it was Michigan. And it was a rally. And first you hear all these people in the audience chanting 4 more years. Just tell him he did 4 more years. He won't know the fucking difference.
Okay, I was waiting for
just say to him.
You to specifically say that it was Biden doing the speech.
Yeah, it's Biden. He calls himself president. Yeah.
I was just, how you said that. Like, there's someone in this country that calls himself president.
Oh, I know.
President.
But I was going to get to it. I was just building up. But yeah,
there's just, like college presidents. There's like union presidents.
But you go up to this guy and you say, hey, that was a good second term. Yeah. He might believe you.
It's 2030. Shouldn't you take a nap?
Good job. It flew by, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was a long 4 years.
Did you see the video of him like walking? He was walking across the road to do something or like out in front of a plaza, and he stops to like does one of these, like where he like just plants both of his feet and like has his arms out a little bit. Okay. And the caption was like, I think it said something like, I have 3 or 4 kids. Like, I've raised 4 kids.
Yeah.
I know what he's doing. And like, you watch the video a couple of times, and it does look like he's just like firmly planting so that he can shit. Of just like planting both of his feet and like arms out and just.
I've seen little kids do that.
Yeah. So
maybe Biden was bearing down.
Maybe.
Great. Taxpayers had to buy him a new suit.
No, I'm sure he wears diapers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but more on to that that rally he had. At one point during it, he referenced
people there?
What?
Was there 18 people?
I didn't see the audience. You could the audio was not very good either, but you could hear him clearly reference what it was like as he was vice president during the pandemic.
What?
Yes, during the pandemic. He said we had a rough time when I was vice president during the pandemic.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so he doesn't even know what fucking thing he's on. It's like, no, you were president during that.
Wow.
Yeah. This is also the same person who, the first time he ran for president, he referred to the campaign trail as being on the campaign for Senate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point does this become elderly abuse? Like, because it's almost not funny anymore.
No,
I want to say it hasn't been funny for a while.
I'm saying it's still pretty funny. When he stops and takes a shit, now that's fucking funny.
Well, yeah, that's funny, but like all the other stuff is just sad.
Oh, it's getting there. Yeah, it's starting to. I mean, you have to know that you were not vice president.
Well, you don't have to know. There's a thing called dementia or Alzheimer's.
But I mean, if you're going to be president of the United States, you probably shouldn't have those things.
Right.
Yeah.
But they won't test him because, he's more sharp than any other time I've known him. Like, well,
he's never really been that sharp.
The bar's not set very high.
No.
But with how many people are backing him saying that, it's weird.
Yeah. He doesn't want to take the cognitive test that Trump took.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to do
They're making a super fucking big deal about it. They're like, oh, well, Trump makes comments like, oh, I love when I have to match the fishes together. I'm like, at least he can.
Yeah.
Like, so you're making fun of him for making comments about the fucking test, and then you're just
not taking it.
Yeah. And then it's so fucking weird. I don't understand.
Yeah. Maybe he needs to get that alpha brain.
I wish it worked.
I'm just saying, Joe Rogan likes it, so maybe placebo effect on the.
Yeah.
When you have dementia, placebo's not gonna help.
You got to remember you're taking it.
Yeah, you got to remember to take it, and not think, "Oh, did I take it? Oh, wait, let me take another." Because it's not like if you double up, it's gonna go better.
I mean, you don't know.
Well,
you're not a scientist.
I play one on TV.
Yeah, I think I did Alpha Brain I think I got 2 bottles of it. Like, sometimes it felt like you could maybe tell a difference, but
I got Nariva and it wasn't much. Yeah. And it's funny because I had a few of them left and I thought I might as well just take the rest of these. And then I looked at it and I thought I should probably check the expiration. And yeah, the expiration had just hit. So I was like, nah, I'm all right.
At just like 2 days prior?
Like just within the last few days, within the week.
Matter.
Yeah, but I mean, it was only a couple left and it wasn't worth it.
Are you one of the people that throws out, like, if you have ketchup, mustard, mayo, like those are the first ones that come to mind because everybody has condiments in their fridge.
Not me.
And most of them aren't used like super often.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, well, it's past the best by date and just throw it out.
I don't have any condiments, but I probably would be,
because it's best by. It's not bad after.
Yeah. But I remember when I was growing up, my mom would always have milk, and the milk it'd be past it, and I would taste it, and it wouldn't taste right.
Well, so milk, that's way different, first of all.
But she's always like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not. It doesn't taste right.
I've had milk that tastes fine up to like 6 days after the date on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had milk that tastes bad 2 days before the date on the bottle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck makes the difference on that, but milk is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. But that's the one that I have the most experience with.
Oh.
I don't really use ketchup or mustard or mayo or.
What about like canned goods?
Canned goods, they usually last quite a while, so I usually get those done before they hit.
Okay, well, you're not a good person to ask this question to then.
I will say this: so if I had chicken in a can, which I don't see myself ever buying, I probably would throw that out if it hit the expiration date.
They make like the shredded chicken breast and like the tuna can style thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I've had that before, but I mean, I'm talking about the whole chicken in a can.
I don't think. No, I'm okay.
I saw somebody open one of those on YouTube video.
They look awful.
Horrible.
Awful.
All this fat congealed on the outside.
I don't think it's a real chicken.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's got like I said, fat congealed on it. So the fat had to come from something.
I mean, I'm sure it's got protein and fat. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck the rest of it is.
It's got the bones. It's got all that. It just looks horrible. If you haven't seen it, look it up.
Or don't. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, here's something. I don't know if you ever, like, sometimes I go on Amazon and there's different products and I'll read their product reviews. And if you go on to Amazon and you read the product review for the sugar-free gummies.
Oh, the Haribos?
I don't know if they're Haribo. I just know
it's like the 5-pound bag of Haribo gummy bears.
Yeah, and it's just the reviews are so funny.
Yeah.
Because if you eat a lot of them, it affects you.
Yeah.
And
there's people talking about like being constipated and like this finally let me fucking shit for the first time in like 3 weeks.
People talking about just shitting too much after eating it too. Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't like somebody, go ahead and get them some sugar-free gummies.
I think that was one of the first like viral review things that went out.
It was, I mean, because some of the reviews are funny. They're well written as well as being informative. So I like that. I always tell people about that one if they haven't seen it. And surprisingly, a lot of people didn't know about it.
Well, there's a lot of people that can't read.
Well, but you think because I heard about it, and there's been YouTube videos about it. There's been a lot of things. I was going to say things on Facebook, but that wouldn't help if you can't read, if it's not a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So that was an interesting thing. I did see also somebody in New York. This couple was walking along, and this guy decided, hey, I'm going to go try to mug those two. He walks up and he tries to hit the guy from behind, and next thing you know, the man and woman, they're just beating this guy down. He didn't get a chance to mug them.
He didn't hit him at all?
He hit them, but
okay.
but they retaliated.
Good.
And they got the better end of it. And the dog, there's a dog. They're walking a dog too. The dog's just watching. Like, that's what you get for
returning the dog.
Like, that's what you get for fucking with my people.
Why didn't the dog help?
I
should have been like biting his ankle or something.
I don't know. I also saw, this was weird. I saw this woman, these two women in like a grocery store. They just start fighting. They're big girls too. They're fighting each other and they're knocking over things off shelves. And this one is yelling to the kid, punch her in the face. And they're fighting more. And then the one gets on the upper hand and she's on top. And this little kid just go over there and just starts punching the woman on top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just an all-out brawl in a grocery store.
Yeah, between two, and then the kid joined.
Were they in the produce section?
No, I think they were over more closer to like the shampoo and stuff like that. And like,
I don't know.
Maybe in mouthwash, I can't remember exactly, but yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, just fighting. Sometimes I wish I knew what started it, like what led to it. Because a lot of times they jump in.
Yeah.
And it's like you see them fighting.
They start recording just midway, and it's like,
what caused it? At least put it in the comments. And then today I was driving along in a parking lot, and I looked over. I couldn't hear what they were yelling, but you could see that the one woman was yelling at the other person, and she was definitely being a Karen. It was pretty great. I should have rolled down my window. I wanted to hear what she was saying, but yeah, she was very adamant, and she's like telling her to go away or something. And
I don't understand why people are the way they are 90% of the time.
I saw one. She was trying to take a skateboard to get away from a guy in an empty parking lot while he was skateboarding. She's like, I'm reporting you. I work for the shitty. He's like, go ahead, report me. And he goes and she's on her phone, and he jumps off on the skateboard, and as he's going behind her, he farts. It was pretty great. You could hear a clear fart. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. She probably didn't enjoy it.
It seems like there's definitely less hate in general towards skateboarders and bicyclers and rollerbladers than when I was growing up. But there's definitely still a lot.
Well, like when I was growing up, there was no such thing as a skate park anywhere near me.
Yeah.
And now there's skate parks places.
Yeah, they've started building a lot of skate parks. A lot.
But the thing that bugged me is I saw this commercial. It was a very long time ago. And they show these people that are on a golf course playing golf. And the security comes and runs them off. And then they show these people playing tennis, and security runs them off. They're on a tennis court, you know. And they show other things. And then at the end of it, they have a skateboarder on there going, imagine if this happened to you every time you did the sport you like. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, if they did that at the golf course, you pay to play golf.
Yeah.
If they start chasing you off the course, you're going to want your money back. Tennis court, that's made for tennis. That's not... Like, if you're on a tennis court and I want to play tennis and you're using a skateboard out there and I have the court reserved, maybe I might be upset.
Well, so if you have the court reserved, then I can agree.
Because, I mean,
if they're just skateboarding on the tennis court and it's first come, first serve, tough shit. Because if it was somebody that didn't know how to spell tennis or didn't know what a racket, like which end of the racket to hold, they can still sit there and just like, oh, and not play tennis, but take up the court.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, but a lot of them you have to reserve it. You don't just walk on.
I mean, I think it depends on the neighborhood because like a lot of these parks that are around here have tennis courts and there's no sheet. I'm not going on a fucking app. I'm just going to show up.
Yeah, there's a park near my apartment that there's a tennis court there. I think people just walk on. But there's usually people playing when I go there.
Well, yell at them. Tell them you want to skateboard.
Get off my skate park. I'm going to grind on the net.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. But if I'm on a golf course, I'm paying to play golf. No, you're not chasing me off.
Well, that's with them building skate parks. It actually did a lot of good for that, because now there is somewhere to do it.
Yeah.
Because most of the time there's nowhere to skate except for like the city hall area, or like the somewhere right around city hall.
Yeah.
Is always the smoothest fucking concrete with the least noticeable cracks between everything. So it's the best place to skate. In every city I've been to, City Hall has the nicest concrete. So, and skateboarding's prohibited and they'll arrest you.
Well, see, like in Nebraska, when I was in Omaha, there was a shopping center. It had a grocery store there, had a bunch of other stuff, dry cleaning, places to eat. But people would be skateboarding there. They had signs, and they'd be stopped by security or by police.
Mm.
The thing about there is if you're going along, somebody could be coming around the corner and not know you're skateboarding there because there's a blind way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could understand why they wouldn't want somebody skateboarding right there, because
I'm sure it wasn't for their their safety.
But I'm sure that the grocery store that was there for the liability probably would not want.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But they also didn't like me riding my bicycle through the grocery store either, so I did that at that place twice.
They just run through and
just
snatch a
I just went to
loaf
the door.
Of bread.
No, I didn't even snatch anything. I just jumped on my bike, went through the window, and went out the other door on the other side. Yeah, a whole bunch of them were chasing me.
Just cause.
Yeah.
Huh.
I rode a bike through a school too, just to do it.
What a rebel!
But the first time I did it at the grocery store, it was a food for less. I was in high school. I wasn't smart.
That's why I was asking about if you stole stuff.
No, but they probably would have kept chasing me if I'd stole stuff. They stopped chasing me once I left. And there was a lot of them chasing me. I remember one of the people actually went to the high school, and he told people he was going to kick my ass for doing it. He never did. But one of my friends, he runs up behind and he jumps on the back of the bike as I'm going, and it almost caused a problem. Like I had to correct because I was about to go right into a watermelon display.
Should have.
That would have been expensive.
He's the one that did it. Get back on the bike and ride off.
See you later.
You might even come out of it wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
A watermelon
helmet. Yeah. I mean, that's the way it happens in the
cartoons. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that happened at some point on Tailspin.
I'm positive that happened. Positive that happened on Tailspin.
I used to like Tailspin so much.
Tailspin's great.
Yeah. Yeah. That what was it? DuckTales. Also, Darkwing Duck. I had Jimmy send a message to safety one day saying, "Let's get dangerous." I thought that was funny.
That Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yep. I always thought it was interesting that the two chipmunks had a crush on the mouse. You know, being different species and all.
Welcome to any animated anything,
yeah,
Mike.
I know.
Jesus Christ. That's what he has a problem with.
I just always find it funny. No, yeah. With Family Guy, I always have a problem that Brian dates humans.
Yeah.
That's always like, what the fuck?
You don't have an issue with the dog talking and driving and having a job.
I was going to get to another part. I was going to say is that sometimes he talks and he's intellectual and he writes books and all that. Then other times he's very much a dog.
Yeah.
Like being taught to, he'd go outside to poop, not use the toilet.
Yeah. He's a dog.
But he also drives a car.
Yeah.
And talks.
It's a cartoon.
I know. But the other dogs aren't like that.
The other dogs aren't special.
There was another dog.
Yeah. The other dogs aren't as special as Brian, Mike.
Yeah, I know. No, I like Brian. I was upset when they killed him off.
So was everyone else.
And somebody I worked with, he's like, "See, it worked. We got him to bring him back." And I'm like, "No, it didn't. This was all part of the plan. It takes too long to animate a whole new episode.
It used to take too long. Have you seen some of the AI shit now?
Well, now, but I mean, so when that happened,
Fuck.
that was a few years back. That wasn't like last
Yeah.
week. Like I know for like The Simpsons, their Treehouse of Horror episodes, that used to take them a whole year to do.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
once they'd get the one out, they'd start working on the next year's
That
because
sounds
they're trying to
awful.
get the perfect story, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-part.
Well, we're at 30 minutes, so let's take a break and do another one.
All right.
For you guys, this is a several day break, but
For us, it's just a few minutes.
follow us on stuff at Some Offense Intended or at Some Offense Pod on other stuff, and tell people. And goodbye.